and welcome to officially, because the last one was minus or a zero, episode 1 of World's Finest Power Hour asterisk ish. How are we all today?
Very good. I am your left side of the host coast, Mike Lemaire. And with me, as always, is Mark the Magic Waterton.
I am the right host with the most. Yeah. And don't you forget it.
I'll try not to, because you're always right there.
I know you're always just as I look. Although how many miles apart are we? Like 1,000 miles apart?
I don't know. The Google machine could tell us.
Yeah, the Google machine. Yeah, that's what Google Maps is for. My geography is awful. But we just want to say thank you for the overwhelming feedback that we got from last episode.
We did.
It's mainly my other half pretending to be different people, but she does it so well, and I'm touched. I'm touched.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. We've had a lot of support from a lot of our geektastic friends, our significant others, as you said. It's been swell. So we haven't really gotten to talk to each other during the course of the week, apart from you did your taste test with River.
Yeah. Which went down really, really well. And I took the rest of the sweets to work today, and they're all gone. And everybody's like, "Oh my god!" Yeah, all of them are gone. They overwhelming success.
Really,
honestly.
What was their favorite? Did anyone have a favorite? Because Oreos, I'm shocked. When you had said that you guys were like on the Oreos, I'll be honest, I died a little inside, because Oreos are one of my absolute favorite in the entire universe things.
Yeah, they're Rivers as well. I just think the fruitiness came out a lot more. I think the strength of the flavors came out with more, with the skedaddles and the other bits, and that's what people wanted. Like at work, it was I had 20 people in the palm of my hand. No, I had like 20 people. I wanted to wear Thanos' glove when doing that, really, but and they were all like, oh, and I think the lemon ones were the best ones.
Lemony craniums, aka lemon heads. Yeah, that's a big favorite. People like them. Did you know? Fun fact, apparently, about lemon heads is that people, if they're having anxiety attack or panic attack, will sometimes suck on the lemon head because of the acidity, the puckerness. It kind of,
Really?
Now that's the things you read. I mean, was it a WebMD thing? I don't know, because they might say I lost a limb if you diagnosed the wrong thing. You type in, all right, soreness in leg. They're like, okay, it needs to be amputated. You have gangrene.
Yeah. But I can eat lemons. I can literally slice lemon up and just eat it. I love it.
That's me with garlic and onions. Nanochka, God bless her, she still doesn't mind being close to me, but I can eat an onion like an apple. And garlic. Oh yeah. Garlic. I fight her daughter when we get roasted garlic for our charcuterie trays.
Yeah.
We actually I have to buy a lot, because we'll just.
Oh, love onions are lovely as well. Honestly, I love crispy onions. When you got on top of a hot dog or something, crispy fried onions. Oh, a lovely jubbly flavor. It's all about flavor. Like life. Life is all about flavor.
Yeah, but you can still know a lot about flavor over there.
Excuse me, we're multicultural. We have Indians, we have Chinese, we have
other people's stuff.
Pardon?
I said that, but that's other people's stuff.
Oh yeah, we don't have our own. We don't have a British. Well, the roast dinner. Do you know what I mean? Which is a slight, for flavor.
You heard it here, folks.
We have roast dinner. We put salt on it. Salt is good.
Oh God, Nanochka fixed your English breakfast. She did a good job. She made it a Puerto Rican English breakfast, and it was so good. When you come, you'll have to try it.
Yeah, every episode we're gonna go. When I get over there, and eventually, I would love to do this show next door to you,
like across the street.
Yeah, with like a
sitting here, like here, or here,
but this way, yeah. And I want a black bit of tape between.
That'll be fun. No, we'll get a piece of cardboard or something, and we'll just put it right here.
Exactly, because I don't want to touch you. So what have you been up to this week, Mike? Have you done anything cool and geeky and all that?
Well, okay, so we apart from being at the Candy Cottage in the flea market where we have a freestanding building, which we are enjoying, and Nanochka decorated it very lovely and wonderfully, and I will have to show you that.
Nice.
We have made several friends at the flea market, and one of them actually I bartered with for a Superman statue.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, it is the Superman, the DC icons. Now, again, all right, I know it's New 52. I know it's everyone hates the costume, the high collar and stuff, even though it seems to really kind of resemble the new costume a little bit.
I don't hate it. As soon
And
as I saw it,
you
I
know,
liked it.
it was different, and I liked
Yeah.
it. Sometimes it's not bad. I mean, but the story's great. Oh, no, I still like my classic. I'm a classic guy, but I thought it was neat, and it matches some of my other statues. So I had to get it. And he's like, I was already making him. Now I for Top Notch by Design, Nanochka's handmade handbag company. I do, apart from doing the embroidery machines, we have industrial embroidery machines. I also do the sublimation. We also sublimate our own tumblers, as you have seen before.
Mm.
So I made him. Now I am a child of 80s cartoons, as are many of the people at that I'm friendly with at the flea market. And so he had asked me to make a Centurion's tumbler for him.
That is awesome.
So he was like, all
hold
right,
back, Mark, hold back.
just wait. So he's like, well, how about you make a couple tumblers for me and we'll call it even. And I'm like, well, we'll bet.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right. So we start going through the list. We're like, all right, well, what kind of things would you like on a tumbler? I don't normally do customs like this, but it's one of those things. It was a project that intrigued me, so I had to and again, last week when we were talking about this stuff, right? When we were talking about cartoons and intros, and yes, I am looking down at my phone. That's why I'm looking down. We discussed one of them, which was Bionic 6, right?
Yeah, which I've never seen.
Right.
Never seen it.
Oh, so good. Oh my God. Make a live action. Someone, God. Anyway, so then he started talking about, now I'm going to rattle off names. I don't know if you ever heard any of them. Supernaturals, not the show Supernatural.
No.
Supernaturals.
Yeah, the hologram one. Yeah, absolutely lovely. Love Supernaturals.
Yeah. We're off to a good start. Mask.
Well, Matt Tracker, Venom, Miles Mayhem.
Another one that should be live action.
Joe, I love Mask. I love it. Absolutely love it. Really
I had the figures. Beautiful. Visionaries.
Well, magical battles they fight. Yeah, obviously, Leoric the lion, Witterquick, Ars on the eagle.
You would fit in very well with these conversations here, sir. Inhumanoids. Okay, that's fine. Street Sharks.
Yeah, so Street Sharks kind of came out a little bit later in my life, so I only saw like a little bit of it. But yeah.
Right. Cops and Crooks.
Never heard of that in my life.
Okay. Starcom. So good.
Starcom with the metal magnet feet. Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
Monster in My Pocket.
Yeah, Monster in My Pocket, obviously.
Not a double entendre, not a euphemism. Sectors.
Sort of familiar. Yeah, sort of familiar.
Sectors were big. They were dudes that rode big bugs, and the toys were freaking gloves. You would put the gloves on, and it was the bug. Fucking so cool.
Well, that sounds amazing. So,
my God, toys in the 80s were so good. Crash Test Dummies, the cartoon.
Yeah, Crash Test Dummies. Isn't it crazy? I was talking about this the other day. They made a cartoon and action figures about a safety implement. I mean, I remember being in about 10 or 11, and we were playing with them and smashing them. I'm like, what? This is just the most mental toy in the world, right?
It was a PSA, and it turned into a cartoon that made money. Good times. Krang, making a Krang torso tumbler.
Nice.
Which I did.
Shredder. I love Krang. Yeah.
So really good. I was happy about this one. Heathcliff.
The cat. Yeah, classic, brilliant.
I mean, you love cats, so you would know.
Yeah, I do love cats and dogs. Yeah.
There was also Top Cat.
Unbelievable Top Cat. Yeah.
Also,
ATC.
SWAT Cats.
I sort of remember that. Sort of.
Yeah, they were like two cats and like fighter pilot. Like it was cool.
Yeah.
Brave Star.
Strength of the bear, speed of the puma. Obviously.
This is good.
Star.
Bucky O'Hare.
Yeah. Bucky, Captain Bucky O'Hare goes on when nobody will dare. Another time in mention, another time in space. I don't remember the rap, but it goes on like that. Yeah.
Silverhawks. Remember? Did you remember the figures? You used to press the legs together and the freaking wings would come out.
No, do you know what? Silverhawks never really came over here. So yeah, no,
Shame.
I know them, but not to collect or anything.
And then Police Academy, the cartoon.
Yeah, mental, isn't it? What the hell? How they turned a 15 movie into a cartoon.
Well, that was like Beetlejuice though, because Police Academy, for all intents and purposes, the 80s, they were like sex comedies, right? They were all like 80s, like raucous, you know. And then they made a cartoon out of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he's asked me, so I'm gonna be working on designing some tumblers for him. So that's my my gig. So you had and then we went to Nanashka and I went to a tattoo convention, and no, I did not get any tattoos. No, the next tattoo I want to get is I have a Superman here, and I want to get a Clark Kent put in here, but I want it to be a realistic looking Christopher Reeve Clark Kent.
Nice.
So it's but I wasn't going to go to this convention and just get a piece of flash off of somebody's table just to say I got something. So
yeah,
we walked around. It was fine. We were also potentially scoping it to see if it was something that Top Notch would wind up selling at, but
nice.
You went to a convention.
I did. I went to a fantastic convention, previously known as NICE, and it was called To Be Continued, and it was in Bedford, in the UK, and it's my favourite convention in the UK because it's comics. It's just comics.
Old school convention.
Yeah, there's no toys. There's no
celebrities.
Just Garth Ennis was there. Big names. Although I didn't know Garth Ennis was signing, he just said he was going to do some talks, but he ended up signing. Nice. And I didn't have any comics for me. So next time, Garth Ennis, next time. But
your Inspector Gadget line?
Yeah, exactly. Next time, Gadget. Next time. We had an argument, me and my other half, when Inspector Gadget, and he goes, whoo, whoo. She goes toot toot, and I was going, no,
it is not toot toot.
It's not toot toot.
No, it's not.
I bet she's saying it now, all right. But no, I got some. I didn't go with much. I wasn't too prepared. I'm usually quite prepared for these things, but I had other things going on, so I picked up a few bits. I got. I've never read these before, right? Which are younger audience books. They're aimed at like more teenage market.
I think they did a Superman one too, I think, right? Didn't they make
Oh, there is a Superman one. This is Batman, Wonder Woman, and Catwoman because it's more like the urban side of things,
Yeah.
But with the Batman one, the artist Chris Wildgoose was there, and the inker as well, which was nice. So I got that double signed. Very, very. Hang on, let me hold it better. I'm awful at this. Yeah, I got that double signed, so I'm very happy with that. And all the signatures were free. So, and it cost 17 quid to get in.
That's pretty darn
you can't beat that, can you? Another couple of things I got signed. I got John Wagner or Wagner. No, his name's Wagner. He's Scottish. Yeah, to sign my Batman Judge Dredd.
Good one. Love the art.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah.
I love those. So I got all those signed. And I got Barry Kitson, who I'd see every year, to sign my Batman Punisher. That way around.
Barry. Gotta love Barry.
Yeah, he's just so nice. They're just so lovely. And what was an added bonus, when you go in, you get a goodie bag given to you straight away. And in the goodie bag, had a Brian Bolland punchline cover. Yeah, for free,
Huh.
which is a
That's a
previews
hell of a
exclusive.
convention.
I was well happy with. So yeah, really recommend that convention. Absolutely amazing. We
Yeah,
were
I
there.
don't
Me
think
and my
I'm gonna
friend.
get to it.
Sorry, go on.
I don't think I'm gonna get to it.
Yeah, it was just brilliant, and like so many people were there, and I just didn't have enough comics. I need to take more. Last year I had a pile this big, but
Mm.
this year I just wanted to go and just see what was there really. But it was funny. Yeah,
That's good
that's
though.
what I've
That
been up
sounds
to.
fun. That sounds fun. And you said an ooh, wow. You have another convention coming up in a couple of weeks. You said.
Yeah. There's Luton where I was born, Comic Con, which has got cosplay and figures and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and it's like a fiver to get in, and it's 100 meters away from where I grew up in Luton, and which is in Bedfordshire, which is like southeast of the UK
Okay.
for those people who aren't used to it. So just outside London, um, and it is actually, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to that because hopefully I'll take River as well, but we'll see what
Any
days.
any of note that are going to be there besides you and River?
No, there's no like celebrity. Well,
No,
they've
no,
got
not
like
celebrities, like
a doc,
artists, like artists,
doc.
like
No artist. Not really a comic convention.
okay,
There's no real comic people there. They just call it Comic Cons because of the name, which is a shame,
because of
really.
the implications.
Yeah,
Okay, well, that's
it
okay.
should just be a geeky show, but yeah,
How come no one's called it that before? How come no one's just said it's a geeky show?
yeah. No idea. Maybe it's just the association with comic cons. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just just they need that. It's the most Googled word or something, isn't it?
Well, con is, I guess con
Yeah.
would be because I understand the convention part of it, but like I always thought they should just call one like genre con or something, like all the different genres, like just
Yeah.
something really, just something very broad based and like just now in 6 months there's gonna be one called genre con, and then I'm gonna be sad because they took my idea.
Mike's genre con.
Well, my idea is still I would love to do an actual Superman celebration
Mm,
in Cleveland, Ohio, which was the birthplace of Superman, the
that'd be
actual birthplace
amazing.
where
Yeah.
Siegel and Schuster actually created him. That
Yeah.
would be, and again, it's no offense to the good people of Metropolis, Illinois. Has nothing to it is not peeing in anyone's Cheerios. It is just I feel like there's a lot of history to, I've been to the house. I have pictures. I went to the house. It was really freaking neat.
Nice.
So just I feel like there needs to be some real proper conventions.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
And I bet you'd feel amazing doing it, like just for the local people would. We know people that have paid pilgrimage that way already, haven't we? So it's like you gotta
yeah,
to
man.
do a Comic Con as well, or a genre convention.
Genre con.
Yeah.
Sounds so posh.
G Con, G
G-Con.
Con. Yeah,
See, there you go. That sounds like it would have been something from like the Wildstorm comics.
yeah, that's good. Jim Lee's G Con. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'd buy that. I'd buy that.
So we're this
What are
is
we going
so
to
we're
talk
in
about today,
September.
Mike?
Well, okay, so this is September, right? This is there's two things going on. Well, one being it is Batman month. Look,
Yeah.
look at my shirt.
Oh, yeah.
So
Nice.
it is Batman month, and we have discovered that it is on the third or fourth Saturday
Yeah.
of September. It is not like an actual solid day.
No.
It is so this month, this year, it is September 21st.
Mm-hmm.
And did you know they're giving Batman a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
It got done today. I've seen pictures of it right now. Yeah.
Who was there? I didn't even see it. Did anyone?
No, I've just seen a picture of the star with Batman. That's it. Do you reckon Michael Keaton should have opened it, or Val Kilmer? Or...
Something. I mean, not George Clooney, but
No.
other people. He's
Poor George
apologized.
Clooney.
It's fine. He's apologized like Tyler Hoechlin apologized for the middle finger picture from Supergirl.
Yeah.
He was embarrassed. He was, and I actually met him, and he was like, yeah, it's like I didn't know they were going to take the picture. He's like, I feel really stupid that I did. So, but I mean, his show has well made up for his flipping the bird.
Yeah. 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 I know. Do you know what? George Clooney as Batman is awful, but I think if the film was done seriously, like in like a Tim Burton esque, I think George Clooney would have done a good job. But it's
He
just,
did a good job as the Playboy billionaire part of it,
yeah, absolutely.
but then it was more of a. I felt it was a lot. It was like a more Adam again, and I love Adam West's portrayal, but I felt like it was almost like a modern interpretation of Adam West,
Yeah.
like his Batman.
Yeah,
Put it on
absolutely.
my bat card.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Back credit
but
card. Don't leave home without it. Yeah.
but the good news for Bat fans is that over the many decades, there has been many iterations of Batman cartoons. Some more well received and higher praised than others, with the pinnacle, of course, being Batman the Animated Series. But
Mhm.
that's not where it started. That is not the
So,
first cartoon. Obviously, that's not the first cartoon. There's ones that even precede Super Friends.
what precedes Super Friends?
So in 1968, there was the first one called The Adventures of Batman.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. That was a good cartoon. I enjoyed that. There's a lot of clips and memes from that as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Casey Kasem. This was the first time Casey Kasem was Robin.
Yeah.
Also, Ted Knight. Ted Knight, who was in Caddyshack. Um, God, he's been in so many different things, and everything is. I'm sure people are yelling at their screens right now, but Ted Knight was one of the voices as well, and I'm going to post a picture right here, and people will know who Ted Knight is. But anyway, he's been a voice, and Ted Knight has been was a voice for a lot of different DC properties, like in the late '60s, early '70s.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. But then there was the that one obviously led to then Super Friends, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at the same time as Super Friends was Hanna Barbera. The same
Yeah.
time as Super Friends, there was a show called The New Adventures of Batman.
Hmm.
It has nothing to do with the Batman, the one that came after animated series, but it was like 16 episodes, and it actually had the voices of Burt Ward and Adam West as Batman.
Yeah. I love that cartoon. I've watched all those as well. They recently made some figures for it as well, a little limited edition set of figures, which I think
Yeah,
look amazing. So it's nice that DC acknowledge their history a little bit.
that's what they
Um, I know it's Batman, so if there's a Batman figure to be made, McFarlane will make it.
and Mark will
But
buy
you know,
it.
yeah. But I really like that show. I think it was quite campy, but it was bright, wasn't it? And it was had a good
Yeah,
pace to it. Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah,
mean, it was a late '70s show, so I mean, it was right around obviously the time of it was past the time of the original Batman of the series, the live action series, but it was campy and it kept that spirit.
yeah,
So I mean, I liked it. Listen, it's all watchable, right? It's all stuff that you could put on, and like I always say, like to put something on in the background, and while you're cooking dinner, while you're doing something, it's always good. And then what came after that, Mark?
I know a little show called Batman the Animated Series, perhaps.
That would
Yeah.
be one.
So so when the day it came out was the day of my Batman awakening. Right. I remember it very vividly. I was going to see Batman Returns that day.
Okay.
I was 11 years old, and me and my brother were being taken by a family friend, and I was about to leave, and then on this show called What's Up Doc, which was like a Saturday morning Warner Brothers infused show,
Okay.
that they showed the Cat and the Claw. They showed it out of order in the UK.
Like Firefly did, like they did for Firefly. But
Oh
go
yeah,
on.
don't get me started on that one. But this didn't wreck the pacing of it,
Right.
because they wanted to put Catwoman in it, because of course Batman Returns and Catwoman. And I went, "What is this show?" And I recorded every single one of them off the television on videotape. Um, if you don't know what videotape is, ask your parents, kids. And yeah, it was amazing. That show rocked my world, changed my world. Loved Batman. Learned about Ra's al Ghul and Poison Ivy and all these characters that had never been used before. And yeah, that's my happy place. That show
It was
really
just
is.
I mean, it obviously it starred the late great Kevin Conroy. The Art Deco influenced art, everything hand drawn, the storylines, just the character development, focusing more on Batman and Bruce Wayne than like there wasn't like a whole lot of there were fights and stuff, but it was more of a there was a lot of development in
Yeah,
storylines, and they really took a lot of time to
yeah,
write it all out and draw it all out. And I really don't think, I mean, listen, every show has bad episodes, but this is one of those ones that really, when you mention the show, most people aren't like, bleh,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, it's just, I don't, there's nothing bad to say about it at
No,
all.
no.
But what
I
was your
think.
favorite episode?
Oh, do you know what? I love Night of the Ninja and Way of the Samurai. Yeah, because I like Origins. Yeah, exactly, and touch points, things
Yep.
like that. Ra's al Ghul episodes are always my favourite as well because I didn't know Ra's al Ghul was at the time, and then reading Batman comics and getting more into it. You know, he's one of my favourite bad guys. I love obviously Harlequin, you know, and Harley's Holiday and things like that. And you know, just to name the episodes like this, you know, we might not necessarily be able to name episodes from Super Friends, you know, and things like that. But
Right, right. I
this
mean,
show,
I loved Super Friends. Super Friends lasted for God, it was like I think 5 or 6 different iterations of them, and they were great, and it was good, and it was campy for the time. But again, like you said, I couldn't like specific episodes. You know, could you name specific episodes? I know there's a lot of people out there who could, and I'm not. You know, but me personally, like again, if it's on, I'll just start clicking on random episodes to watch it. But I mean, Batman the animated series, hell, you start at episode 1 and you watch
yeah,
them damn episodes.
yeah.
You
Do you know
know,
what though? Just to see, I haven't watched every single episode.
really.
Yeah, so I don't know why, right? So there's a few in the New Adventures of Batman and Robin, like you know, season 4 kind of ending of it, that I haven't seen because I
And that's
don't want it to end. Because as soon
no.
as I've
Well,
seen it,
I
you
felt
know,
that way about Krypton. I felt that way about Sci-Fi's Krypton. I have yet.
absolutely,
I still have not watched that last episode, and it was cool. And I know I've seen screenshots, but I didn't watch it. And I really like. I mean, there was a definite animation shift with the new Batman adventures. I mean, were you someone who were just like, it's Batman, it's still cool, or were you like, what the hell happened?
no, you know, it's Batman. It's still cool. You know, it's. I think I love what DC have got over Marvel with Batman is the fact that there's no definitive Batman. Everyone has a take. Everyone draws the cape differently, the cowl differently, the belt differently, a
Right.
different Batmobile, different Gotham. You know what I mean? And that's what I like about it. Like
There's
Detective
been
Comics be
there's
different
been
than Batman.
episodes, right? There's been episodes that are exactly that, right?
Yeah,
Also, where they've what was it? Which I forget which episode it was, but it was just different pieces, like different drawn Batman, and like the
yeah.
animation and the voices and everything was different.
Legends of the Dark Knight. Yeah,
Because
and it was
everyone has different, like you said, there's all, and I mean, bro, there's been so many different shows over the years that have done different iterations of Batman, like earlier career Batman, Batman Beyond, you know, and everything in between. But I mean, back to the new Batman Adventures, I felt like it was such a far cry from the first, you know, seasons of Batman the animated series. I know it was technically a sequel, but then the technology was like more updated in it. I mean, obviously the character designs, I felt like they didn't work for some of them.
yeah,
Um
yeah.
Nightwing was cool. It was cool seeing Nightwing. Scarecrow looked scary as hell.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, they did change them. I didn't like the new Penguin as much. but I
Right.
think Robin looked good and Nightwing looked good, like you said, and
You
Mister
mean Jake?
Freeze looked good.
You mean Jason Drake or Tim Todd?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, where were they going? Yeah. I wish they put, but they did put Jason Todd in the comics eventually and put him into continuity. So
In the comics, but yeah, but I felt like they were putting out. They wanted the animation to be more closely matched to Superman the animated series. I
yeah,
feel like at the time, and I
yeah,
feel like one of the only reasons they pushed it out was because A, they wanted to sell more toys,
yeah.
and B, they had the Batman movie come out. Which one was that? Was that the Clooney one?
Batman, yeah.
Yeah.
Batman Forever would have been out around that time, and they were trying
So,
to kidify it because of McDonald's and things like that. When they started trying to make it a bit more clean cut, which I like. I like the new versions of Batman and stuff they use in Justice League and things like that. I think it's really good.
well, I felt like the costume when they redesigned the costume, because that was when you first got that like black and gray costume, like was
Yeah,
in the new Batman adventures, and I thought that carried over into Justice League, which again, oh,
yeah.
Justice League Unlimited, just some of the
Ju-
best stuff, man.
Justice League, I think, is better than Batman the animated series in a lot of ways because they had more time to character development. They had, you know, you had some lovely interactions with like Batman, and people often quote from the episode Prodigal where he sat down with a member of the card gang, the Royal Flush gang,
Oh yeah, I
and
mean that's oh
that's that's beautiful. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That is
when he's there
that's
with Ace, like right, yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
stunning.
yeah.
And that I think they really just developed Batman more, and I like that. I like character development.
Oh no, character. Listen, I've always been you, and I've said this 100 times. Story, the story should always be one of the things that draws people in. Like
Mm.
you're watching this stuff because you want to be, told an excellent story. You want
Yeah,
to be drawn in. You want more. You want more, and you don't want it to end. Where are we going?
I'm just going to have to sit down. I've been
Oh,
doing the
good. Sit
entire thing
down.
standing up, and that's better.
Yeah, good. Sit down. Sit down. Sit. Talk a
My
while.
my back was starting to go. You need to sit down, Mark, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
I think that's a good idea. Nothing to apologize for. Should always sit down. But yeah, I mean, it was good. And then you have a
Or a
special guest
cat
star.
then. Yeah, that's Dexter the cat. He's come to join me. Yeah.
But you had Batman Beyond, which we didn't talk about. Batman
Oh,
Beyond was I mean, at the time it wasn't well received, but then like I feel like it got more of a cult following to the point where they wanted Keaton to be the older Bruce Wayne.
yeah. Batman Beyond is incredible. So dark. I get why people didn't like it because it's not, their Batman. But that's the point. Terry's
That's the
flawed.
point.
He's learning. It's year one. And the bad guys and the designs like Splicers. There was an episode called Splicers, and that
There were
one did
so
that.
many good. There was,
Oh,
and that just goes to show, bro, that people always say, "Oh, well, there's no, villains to write. Let's just change people's this or that."
yeah,
You have some of these shows, and I mean, and again, and I'm talking about like this. To me, it's one of the like the golden ages of DC animation when you had Andrew Romano, who was the voice director, and like she was like when it
yeah,
came to everything, and Dwayne McDuffie writing, like, oh, such good stuff.
absolutely, absolutely. I think you really noticed the difference when she left. Like they've done really really well. With the casting and the voices, but I think you really noticed a bit of difference when she left. I don't know who's doing it now. I think it's a guy doing it now, but
I feel like they're just like, all right, you.
yeah.
But I mean, it was so good, and I'm glad I got to meet her at one of the cons, and I was so
Oh
excited.
wow!
I got
I
a
would
selfie
love
with
to
her
have met her.
somewhere. I got her signature somewhere. Like I was more excited to meet her than I think it was. I think it was when Justice League War came out, the animated one,
Yeah,
and I was at New York Comic Con, and she was there with some of the other voice actors, and I'm just like, I don't care about them. Like I'm here for her.
yeah.
she did so much good in like the 90s and the early 2000s. It's just, oh,
That Justice League animated series cast is sorry. That Justice League animated series cast is just perfect. You know, it's just that's exactly how I imagine their voices to be.
right.
And you know, I mean, Batman's cast perfectly. Superman was cast. You know, in Green Lantern was my favourite animated series. I love Jon Stewart. It really got me to love that character. You know, and what a badass he is. And
Bill
even
Lamar did
Hawk
such a
Girl,
good job.
even Hawk Girl. Yeah,
So good. All of them so good. It's one that like should have gone on. And and Susan Eisenberg says it all the time. Like they just should have made more. They just it should have been like another season,
yeah, yeah.
something. But you know,
Absolutely, absolutely.
what did you think of the later shows after Justice League, post Justice League, and when it wasn't Kevin Conroy Batman? Like there was the Batman, which was 5 seasons, right? That was more of a year one Batman. You
Yeah,
know, what did you think of that one?
I absolutely love the design of the characters and the look, but it's just when they open their mouths, like Penguin would fight Batman toe to toe,
Right.
and that isn't what Penguin is.
No.
You know, love Joker, you know, creepy as ever and things like that. But Mister Freeze, did DC not learn? Like the first time Mister Freeze came back, you're like, oh my god, you know, he's looking like absolutely amazing, Mister Freeze. And then he goes, I used to be here, and I'm like, DC, what? I'm sorry, what? You've got like this really cool like, icicle head and cool costume, and you know what I mean. And the animation's slick, and Batman jumps, and he's got claws and stuff, you
Yeah.
know. And then he goes, "I used to be here, Batman." And I'm like, "What? What?
The
What have
Joker
you done?"
design. The Joker
Yeah,
design on that Batman was so interesting.
yeah,
You know, they what they did with him. I was just I mean, hell, there was even there was that wasn't was that where they did Superman? Where no, which one was it where they brought Brandon Routh in as a bad guy? Was that yeah, that was the Batman,
yeah,
right?
yeah. That was Batman. Yeah, the Batman. Yeah.
I think Allison Mack was in it too, right?
Oh, do you know? I don't know.
I think she was. I
Was
know that
she?
no, was she? Because I know she was in the one movie.
Yeah,
She was in Allison Mack was Power Girl
yeah,
in the one in the animated movie. I could
yeah.
have sworn she was in that in one of the episodes too. In that same episode with Routh as like the love interest.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try and put my phone down here for us, and I can don't have to hold it. There you go. Yeah, I'm not sure. Um,
But it was so good though. They brought the Justice League in at the end, and like they introduced, you know, again a Dick Grayson that was not quite Dick Grayson that I felt
yeah,
was more again a Jason Todd type.
yeah, yeah. I
They
mean,
really
it's
did.
their interpretation, though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? As I said, like each generation has got like a different way of looking at things and a different way of, you know, of portraying it. But you know, the animated series got it right. Like the you know the Bruce Timm one. The others, what was that show called? Afterwards, it was awful. My God,
Which
what?
one?
Um, Batman cartoon.
Beware the Batman.
No, Beware the Batman. Didn't mind that at all. That was computer generated. You know, that was again. I like that. The comic book was really really good. Read all those. That was really nice. There was another one. Um, I'm sorry
Why?
for
It's
those who
fine.
love cats. My cat Dexter loves this room. He's the only cat I allow in the room because he's so happy and he doesn't you know muck anything up. He just walks around, sniffs, lies down,
That's
and he's
fine.
all settled now. So
That's fine. It's his space too. It's all good.
yeah,
Was
exactly.
it Batman? Was it the Batman Unlimited? I'm trying to think of which one.
Batman Unlimited. Oh my god, that was awful.
I didn't watch it. I won't watch it.
Do you know, I bought the first couple of DVDs because you got like or Blu-rays because you got a free little Batman toy with it. You know who doesn't want a free Batman toy? Um, Obviously me now because oh my god, it's just awful. They all had like
Are you like getting sick thinking
mixed.
about it? Are you getting like agita thinking about?
Yeah. Oh, I don't feel too good. Yeah. Maybe it's like nature's diuretic or something. You know what I mean? Makes you sick, doesn't it? You know what I mean? But that wasn't a good cartoon. I mean,
No.
the voices were okay, I suppose, but
They
it was designed for 5-year-olds. So
it was designed to sell toys. I know, big
yeah,
shock, but I feel like it was designed to sell toys. And then there
yeah.
was Justice League Action.
Oh yeah, I love Justice League Action. That was really good.
It was good.
Again, didn't show it over here in the UK. Never been on television over here.
It was.
I've had to,
Listen, you could design that for kids. I watch that. I'd still watch it if I can.
I think it's brilliant. I think I saw a Joker episode where Mark Hamill plays himself, and
Yeah.
that was a great episode. I mean, it was like Brave and the Bold,
Mm.
but Justice
Dude,
League's
Brave and
Brave
the
and the Bold.
Bold was so good.
That was really good.
It was they did the campy thing, but
Yeah,
then, bro, some of those episodes, like again the one with where Mark Hamill was the Spectre.
yeah, that was really good. Yeah, and they looked at Silver Age characters, like Batmite and things like that, didn't they? And they just did it.
Oh,
Neil Patrick Harris playing the Music Master, things like that, like Maestro. Sorry, they took the Mickey out themselves.
they did. They
Um,
did. And there was a lot of celebrity, like so many celebrity guest voices on that. And
yeah,
they all worked so well, but they pulled so much from like you said, Silver Age. They did the costumes that they did.
yeah,
Didn't they do the multicolored ones at one point?
yeah, yeah. They went, and he went to space, and they dealt with the Green Lantern ring stuff, and they put Ambush Bug in there, and they put
It was
Plastic Man. It's just it's
so good.
brilliant. Loved it.
Yeah, it
Absolutely loved
was. I was super disappointed when they canceled that.
it. Yeah,
Paul
yeah,
Rubens as the Batmite,
yeah.
so good. I mean, that was like what's his face, Gilbert Gottfried as Mixes Pitlick.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was brilliant, wasn't he? Really, really good. Really
Yeah,
good.
I mean, it's just
And
so good. There's so many
but
good voices on that.
you know what? Something we haven't mentioned. I think Teen Titans Go is the best DC cartoon ever made.
You know how many subscribers we just lost? People tuned
Right?
out
No,
because
no,
you just
like
said that.
no, not like Batman animated series like top tier, but like Teen Titans Go for fun and wit and the love of DC in that is just,
Okay.
and the writers are off the chart clever. The
Well,
references they put in there that 99% of people won't even know. Do you know what I mean? It's just
I know, I agree with you, but I think Pete, the problem is that people compare it to the original Teen Titans, which was again a more darker,
yeah,
character-driven, angst-driven show.
yeah,
So I think that when you were like, okay, we're not doing this format anymore, we're gonna go the complete opposite way. People are like,
yeah,
what the hell am I watching? But again,
yeah,
it's all tongue in cheek.
yeah,
They had Beetlejuice on it. I saw the other day.
yeah.
Like what the I mean, but it's funny though. Like I watched the movie Teen Titans Go to the Movies, and Nicolas Cage's Superman, hysterical.
Exactly. Yeah, brilliant.
But it was just, and I mean, the origin stories. What they went in and they killed Batman's parents, I think, in it. And they blew up Krypton, like just messed up stuff.
I know. I loved it. They were just like,
It was
that's the logic of the Teen Titans. Do you know what I mean? And I like the original Teen Titans, but they kept the cast, the voice cast. Do you know what I mean? So there's still, a little bit of love for it. But I just laugh. I laugh from beginning to end. And I've got their songs are on me and River's Spotify list and things like that. It's just clever. It's just
no,
clever DC
it is
telling.
it is definitely a fun show. I think that people warmed up to it a lot. But it was one of those things like people say about like Zack Snyder's Justice League, that people still want them to bring back, even though they're like, oh my god, he does Netflix shows, maybe he'll do Justice League on Netflix. And people hope that Teen Titans will come back one day as the regular, the more serious one.
Yeah,
A lot of those ships sailed. We just have to, like we said last week, we gotta look forward to what's coming, man. We gotta look forward to the future. I mean, there's the new show, right? Batman Caped Crusader. The Caped Crusader
absolutely.
is out now.
And it was amazing. I absolutely loved it. And it took me a while to realise, hang on, this isn't the animated series. You know what I mean? Because it's different, and it's I love its noir, and it's like, darkness, and it's like, pin-up girls kind of style. Do you know what I mean? It's really, and I loved Harlequin in it. I thought she was great. And
What do you think about that they changed some of the I mean some of these characters have been around for decades, right? Like Harley Quinn now, we could say decades. It's been
yeah,
decades that Harley's been around. I mean,
yeah,
and she had her own shows, right? She had the Harley Quinn show that Penny from Big Bang Theory, Kaylee Cuoco is voicing,
yeah, which
right?
I love. It's brilliant, absolutely amazing.
Again, it's like the opposite end of the spectrum, right?
Yeah,
For stuff, but like they changed a lot of things in the show, and Penguin is now from Oswald to Oswalda, right?
that caused controversy, but I don't mind because it's a different universe. It's, like I said before, there's no written law that things have to be the way they are. Like the Batman is different from another movie, like Batman Begins. It
Right,
doesn't mean they're rubbish. It's just a different take on that character.
right.
And isn't it great that we've got, Michael Keaton's take, Val Kilmer's take, do you know what I mean? George Clooney's take, Christian, it's like swearing, isn't it? Christian
Bale,
Bale, do you know what I mean?
Pattinson.
And all these different people trying to make a different Batman, but still keep that core fundamental, you know, essence.
It's
I
true.
think it's
It's like
brilliant.
it's and she was in it for one episode,
Yeah.
and they made it work for that episode. I mean, and like you said, but the fan theory, Mark, is that this is part of the Superman Fleischer cartoon universe. It's that
Mhm.
same because apparently, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. Lois Lane, that the Fleischer era Lois Lane is in one of the scenes. She's drawn in as a reporter in one of the scenes. So they're saying that like it's potentially the same universe.
Yeah. I like that.
So
I like
I
that.
think that's neat because I mean, dude, we could talk about Batman and Justice League and Superman the animated series. That Fleischer, the Superman Fleischer cartoon, that is like one of the benchmarks of animation as far as I am concerned. The animation
Yeah.
holds up today like
Mm.
on par with everything else.
Yeah. It's 100 years before its time. It is
Oh,
absolutely. It flows. I mean, I've
mm.
seen cartoons now that aren't as well animated as that show. That show is just it's just beautiful.
And they were
You know.
short and they packed a lot of
Yeah.
awesome stuff into it. It was wait till we get to do the Superman one, bro. Woo!
What? It won't last long though, will it?
That's nice. But no, it's just there's been so much good stuff, and I mean, they're now. I mean, I think like we said last week, I don't even remember. Gunn wants to connect all of the stuff,
Yeah.
right? Again, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it. I'll keep saying spoilers. Crisis on Infinite Earths. At the end of Crisis, the part 3, they they all show them in their previous incarnations, their previous iterations, flying to a new Earth that is a now consolidated Earth, and I think it's implied that is now Gunn's DC universe,
Nice. Gunverse. Yeah.
the Gunverse,
Yeah. The G-verse.
the G again,
Yeah.
G-Con, G-verse.
Yeah. So
But it's I mean I'm excited to see who's going to be the new live action Batman. I'm interested in that. They've already said that the Cape Crusaders going to get another season at least. I think they're
yeah.
in the middle of a new of writing the next season. I haven't watched the whole thing. I'm actually I think I'm a couple episodes short. Have you seen the whole thing?
Yeah, I've seen the entire thing. I only just watched episode 10 this week. Um really liked it. There's no weak episodes. I'm looking forward to more. You know what I mean? It's going to take a while to warm up because we've had 30 years of the animated series, and you're used to it and it's a comfort zone and you're familiar. but this is a different type of Batman. You know what I mean?
It's
And I
also,
like
and
it.
I think a lot of it is also like Kevin Conroy. That Kevin Conroy passed, and I think that a lot of people like. And at the end of the day, everyone's always going to want it to be Kevin voicing Batman, and
Yeah,
and Mark voicing the Joker, even though Mark said he'll never do the Joker again without Kevin. But like there are still a lot of good actors out there, and as long as they write very well, as long as stories are written well, it makes you compelled to watch it. Like I don't feel like I'm going to watch something just because it's got an like it's a DC thing or a Marvel thing or a Doctor Who thing or whatever. I want to be engaged. I want to enjoy the story. I'll give it a shot. I'll dip my toe in the shallow end, but I'm not swimming to the deep end if I'm not a
no,
fan.
no, absolutely,
Still
absolutely.
haven't watched The Flash.
Really, I liked it. Like it has. I mean, the main issues were obviously with Ezra. Do you know what I mean? And but
Yeah, I get it. I
as
understand.
a film, it was all right. You know, and I know you've heard the negative bits. You know, I want you to watch it and just try and see the good bits in the movie and the cleverness of it. It's good. Michael Keaton Batman is worth it alone.
I mean, I've seen all the parts on TikTok, so like I don't know, like I've just and again, it has nothing to do with with Sasha being Supergirl instead of it being Henry, which is if they were doing Flashpoint, it has nothing to do with that. Like it has nothing to do. There's not like I'm not going to. Well, my Superman wasn't in it. I'm not going to watch it. It's just I felt like it was one of those movies that they're just like, we're kind of this universe is kind of ending, so we don't really know what to do with any of it. So let's just clump a bunch of ideas together and see what
Yeah,
happens. Like
yeah,
Aquaman, was it called the Lost Kingdom?
yeah,
Whatever the hell it was.
yeah. The Lost Kingdom.
I didn't see it. I didn't watch that one either. And they said it was like a him and Orrin are like it's almost like a buddy comedy. Like them like
Yeah, it's a bittersweet movie because you know it's the last one. You know that Amber Heard's a piece of crap. You know what I mean? You know,
literally.
you know, yeah. You know that. You know, it was all right. Like it's not the most earth-shattering great movie ever, but it's not a bad film. It's all right. Like
I don't think it's necessary. I just don't know if I have the interest in seeing it. I think that's really what it comes down to. I'm not. It's not that I mean it's not, but I don't know if it's ever going to want to sit down and for 2 hours of my life and watch it. I mean, I've seen all of the horrible CGI cameos that they put in.
yeah,
What's his face? Who was the what was it? I don't want to say. Is it Teddy Sears? Is Teddy Sears the singer? You know who I'm talking about? The guy who was the Flash on the guy who was the Jay Garrick, but then it wasn't Jay Garrick because it was John Wesley Shipp on the Flash.
yeah, yeah. I know you mean. Yeah. I can't
Will
remember his name.
Sears? Teddy, it's Sears. His last name is Sears. But
Yeah,
he was. It looked like him. And they interviewed him. He's like, yeah, I have no idea. He's like, I didn't do anything with the movie.
yeah,
But there was just so much. It was a lost. It was just a lost opportunity to go out. I felt go out with a huge bang.
yeah,
Nicolas
yeah,
Cage put the suit on, bro. Nicolas Cage put the suit back on. He was interviewed, and they said, "I put the suit back on. I don't know why they CGI'd it."
yeah, yeah. It's a shame. A lot of lost opportunities. But they're giving him another chance. He's still directing Brave and the Bold, isn't he? So it's like,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, for now, but I mean, look at
no,
how many directors Blade's gone through.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But yeah, man, there's been a lot of good Batman cartoons. I mean, would your animated series is still.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Animated series has always been my love. I just, I just love character development. I love Star Wars when you see Luke turn from something into a Jedi. Do you know what I mean that? I like stories that actually think about characters, and that's what Batman does.
Gray Ghost. Gray Ghost. Beware the Gray Ghost always be my absolute favorite
Yeah,
Batman episode. Absolute favorite.
beautiful episode. That image of young Bruce just watching the TV. Do you know what I mean? You know, yeah, it's such a beautiful episode. Really, really good.
Just even
You know,
that end scene, even like the scene where again it's Adam West
yeah,
and he throws and as Batman leaves and he throws the figure at the wall as he walks out, and he cries. And then at the end, he gets all of his stuff back, and he realizes that Bruce Wayne the entire time was Batman. It's just such a good episode because they packed so much good crap into a tiny little episode.
Yeah.
The character development, like you just said, it's just oh god, I wish somebody else would have freaking brought him around, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing.
No, it's beautiful. It's I mean, you'll never get. No offense to Marvel cartoons because they're a different energy and a different feel, but you'll never get like a Grey Ghost episode in X-Men '97 or whatever. You know what I mean? Or in the X. You know, because it's not that kind of heroes. You know what I mean?
The closest thing that I personally, my favorite Marvel cartoon, which we can do in a later episode, is that Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes.
That was a very good cartoon.
Yeah. Like that is like up there with some of the best DC stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they were like, cool story, let's make it something else. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Avengers did well, let's make it like that. No, that was like the biggest bonehead move ever that apart from like canceling Young Justice the first time and getting rid of like Justice League or changing the format of Batman the animated series. Dude, how do you do that?
I know. And Young Justice, I haven't seen the last season yet. I'm in the middle of season 3, watching it for the first time. It's so good. Like, I don't understand how it was cancelled at the end of this season.
Toys.
You know what I mean? What?
Toys. You know? They didn't sell it up in toys. It's all toys. It's all money. It's all money. They don't give a crap about if fans like stuff or not. They want to make money. If they're not making money, they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. And that's the thing that sucks. Because when you have people who give a crap, it shows. And then they become popular.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then they try making desert camouflage ninja storm Batman, and you're like, what the hell episode was this in?
Yeah, I got these Batman Begins toys where he's got like biocentric armor tank guns over him. I'm like, Batman Begins. You know, Nolan. Did he authorize this? Do you know what I mean? It's like, what?
No, Bale. And they're like, it's Bale. It's not even going to be his chin. It's fine. No one cares. It's terrible. Just make a damn figure.
Yeah.
Like, look at the McFarlane stuff that you have on the opposite side of your room, man. Every single one of those figures, you could point to the comic book that it was in.
Absolutely. And I never used to like variants of Batman when I was younger. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you used to get like swordplay Batman and things like that, if it wasn't in the comics, I didn't buy it. I appreciate it more now because it's like a bit of imagination, isn't it? It's fun. But I'm a purist. You know what I mean? I like my Batmobile to look like what it does in the comic, my Batwing to look like the cartoon. I don't want a neon purple glow in the dark Batwing. You know what I mean? I'm like, I definitely don't.
No, not my thing, man. And I think we both have rooms that prove that.
Absolutely. Pure toys is something we need to talk about. Like, you know, the toys of our decades and things like that. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, but I think that this is probably a good note to at least hit end recording for those who are still with us.
Yeah, wake up, people! Wake up! Come on!
But we still plan. I wanna still do unboxings. I'm gonna start going through those recipe books, which I still have over here about I wanted the cooking thing. I'm hyped to death about doing. I want to see your footage from the show that you go to in a couple weeks.
Absolutely.
We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of ground to cover, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
going to be good. Thank you so much for watching episode 1, everybody. Really appreciate your support and love, honestly, and we can't wait to get you on here to have a chat with us.
Oh yeah. Talk soon, guys. Be good.
Bye.